Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense, here with my fragrance of the day. So, as I've been saying, I have been saving fragrances. I don't know why. It seems like I've been trying to save the best for last. And I don't know. I'm just guessing that I had in my mind that these fragrances were gonna cause mass hysteria, in which, in most cases, have for the females anyway. The one I wore today actually got a lot of compliments. It got a lot of attention, more so than the, I'll just call it an original, because this fragrance actually smells similar to the original, um, but the clone of it actually is a lot stronger. And to me, I believe it lasts longer. And the fragrance I am talking about is none other than from the house of Armoff, which is Derby Clubhouse Gold. And this is the Eau de Toilette. This is the 100 ml bottle, 3.4 flow ounce or fluid ounce. I love the presentation on this box. Nice embroidery on the box, as you can see. Almost kind of reminds you of like a what do they call it? A bandana. It just has the crest, and it's like a bunch of faded out embroidered crest on it. Um, Basic ingredients and information on the back of the box. Bottom has your batch code and some kind of foreign language that I do not know how to speak. Um, Pretty much it on the presentation. The top, it has the Armoff logo, and the bottle is even more impressive to me. It does attract fingerprints, but this is the bottle. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this before if you've been on fragrance websites or if you've been in any store that sells Armoff. They do have a white bottle, which is the next one. I think is Derby Clubhouse Blanche. I want to try that one also. It's also a clone of something. I don't know which one it is. And I'm pretty sure they have one or two more. But I kind of was attracted to this one more because of the bottle. It does have like a leather stitching around it, and there's like a little plaque or plate here on the front. Armoff around the top, that same pleather or leather around it. The top is quite heavy. It will hurt someone if you hit them with it. Atomizer on this thing is great, if you can see that. Um, Nice fragrance. I'm smelling it now, and it's great. I had it on all day. Longevity on this is excellent. I sprayed on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6, maybe 7 sprays of this, which may have been too much, but nobody complained about it. Um, it lasted longer on my shirt, of course. Um, I was doing some waxing today, and I did work up a little bit of a sweat, but it still got me about maybe 6, 7 hours of good longevity. Projection was probably about 3.5, 4 hours, which isn't bad to me for a fragrance that's this cheap. Online, I just priced it. Um, what's going on, man? Uh, I just priced it at $21.24 on Fragrance X, and that's with the discount. Uh, I know we have a store here in Brunswick in the mall now that sells Armoff, and of course they're gonna have inflated prices. Some fragrances I have purchased for them, he did give me somewhat of a discount, $45 or $40 for a fragrance. But for the most part, you can find most of these Armagh fragrances online for between 20 and 25 to 30 bucks. So if you can find these online, if they're not out of stock, I would advise you to do that and versus going to the cologne or perfume store. You'll get a better deal. Um, this fragrance is actually a clone of, and I'm pretty sure everyone has seen this one, Mont Blanc's Legend. Great fragrance. I actually had this one first, and I love the pineapple note in this. And of course, this is compared to, as this one is compared to Aventus with the pineapple note, but I think Club de Nuit Intense Man is closer to me to Aventus than that. These two, but these two, this one is actually a clone of Mont Blanc Legend. Mont Blanc Legend is a great scent. This one is just a lot more stronger to me, and it lasts longer. The price on this one, I think I paid for this small bottle, which is a 50 ml bottle. I think I bought this from TJ Maxx. I might have spent, I want to say about 25 or 30 bucks for this. It might have been 40, I'm not sure, which really was too much for this little bottle, versus what I paid for this one was about 20 something dollars for a 100 ml bottle of this one. And also make sure when you get fragrances, if you look on the bottom, most Armagh fragrances kind of hard to see because the glare, but up here at the top there's some black lettering and numbers and whatever. It's your batch code. If this code does not match the code on your box, chances are you have a fraud or bootleg fragrance and it's not real. Make sure you always check that. Mine matched up, and even if it didn't match up, this still was a great scent. Nonetheless, I love it. I actually love it a lot more than Mont Blanc. If you don't want your fragrance as strong as this one, then Mont Blanc would be the way to go. It's still a great scent. I have no regrets in buying this one. And this is considered to be a woody spicy. I don't know how they come up with that woody spicy thing, because this is not, to me, spicy at all or woody. It's just sweet. All you get is sweetness. You get pineapple. Let me just give you the notes. So this is considered, the top notes has a citrusy bergamot and coffee-like cardamom. Your mid note is pineapple, apple, and jasmine. And then your base notes, you get amber, tonka bean, and cedar. Me personally, my nose, and I only can speak for myself, and I know other people are going to smell different. Other people's noses may be more fine-tuned for, fragrances and stuff. I'm not too far along into this. I have like 160, I believe, fragrances now, but my nose is still not where it should be, especially if I spray something and then be like, most guys would be like, on YouTube, they'd be like, oh, I smell cedar, I smell oak moss, I smell daffodils or whatever is in a fragrance. I can't pick it out. Now, I can pick out certain things like pineapple. I can smell apple. I can smell anything fruity. Sometimes I can pick out maybe a wood note or two, maybe a floral note, but I'm not, Inspector Gadget when it comes to sniffing out scents. Mont Blanc Legend also has some of the same notes in it as the pineapple, the apple, the tonka bean, the amber. This does have other notes in it besides this one. This one is pretty basic. This one is a little more complicated, but they both smell the same. And like I said, this one is a lot more stronger than this one. if you smell these side by side, of course they're going to smell similar. You're going to smell the pineapple. You're going to get the sweetness. But this one is going to be a lot louder. Um, I like this one, the loudness. I got tons of compliments, especially in the ER this morning. People were asking me why was I coming to work smelling so good. Who was I trying to impress? The ladies. And of course I said yeah, because I'm single. So it is what it is. But not a bad buy whatsoever. If you find this fragrance, trust me, you will want to pick this up. This is Derby Clubhouse Gold. I'm sorry about the glare. Derby Clubhouse Gold by Armoff. And most of the time, if you go to Fragrance X or Fragrance Net and just type in Armoff, ARMAF, it'll pop up all their fragrances anyway. And most of the time, this will be on the first page, probably the first 4 fragrances. This will be one of those fragrances. And the box looks just like this. Black on the bottom, gold on the top. Derby Clubhouse Gold. This is by Sterling Parfums. So that's my presentation for Derby Clubhouse Gold, guys. Pick it up. Great scent, long lasting. I promise you, you will get compliments if you put this on. I reapplied when I didn't have to, and it still didn't overpower anyone. No one told me that it was too strong or I had on too much. None of that. I just got straight compliments today. So this is a banger. I love it. I'm glad I have it, and I'm looking forward to the holidays being completely over and New Year's, so I can get back on track, so I can start back purchasing more fragrances. I see, like I said, a few other fragrances I want to try out. I think Derby Clubhouse Blanche is supposed to be a Silver Mountain Water clone or something like that. I'm not sure. I have to look it up again, but it's a white and green bottle. It looks just like this one. It's just white, all white with green wording on it. Then I think they have like 1 or 2 other fragrances that are in bottles just like this. I may try those out also, depending on what the note breakdowns are. But like I said, for $21.24 online, Fragrance X is where I bought this from, ordered it from. You can't beat those prices. Do not let someone gyp you out of your money. I'm telling you, you can find this cheaper online versus going to a retail store and buying it, because they are going to inflate the prices at least $20 to $30 more. It's worth it, but I don't want to pay that. Anyways, I'm out, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave them. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Make sure you ring the bell for notifications. This is your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense, checking out. Peace.